Good morning, students of class 9. Welcome back to the online classes now. Let's continue our lesson in geography, the physical features of India, and we are doing the northern plains. So we have reached the last part of the northern plains, and in our next class we'll talk about the Peninsular Plateau. So we'll talk about the Deccan Plateau portion. So today we'll finish this, the northern plains. The rivers after descending means flowing down from the mountains. After descending, flowing down from the high mountains, during the rainy season, when they flow rapidly downhill, they bring lot of stone, sand and silt. The silt is lighter and having fine particles, it is washed away along with the water. But since the sand and the pebbles or the rocks are heavier, they are deposited down below at the foothills. So the river after descending, flowing down, descending means flowing down from the mountains, deposit pebbles, rocks in a narrow belt parallel to the slope and about 8 to 16 km in width. Broad, away from the foothill of the Shivaliks. From the hills, the rocks, they flow along with the water and it is deposited there, quite far away till there, till 8 to 16 km up to there. The rocks, pebbles and sand are deposited there, and the fine particles are washed away by the water, taken away. Only the pebbles are left, and this belt at the foothill of the Shivalik range, parallel to the foothills, a belt of pebble is laid by the water, and this region is called Bhabar. This is called Bhabar. This belt of pebble is known as Bhabar. It's very rocky, pebbles, lot of stones. Here in this belt, number 3, in this belt, Bhabar, all the streams, small streams that come down from the hills, that flow down the hills, disappear. They disappear. Disappear means these streams, the water flows underneath the rocks, underneath the pebbles. There's a thick layer of pebbles. The water flows underneath, under the rocks. That's why the streams disappear. Disappear means flow under the pebbles and rocks. You can't see the river or the stream, not river, stream, small river, streams. The water disappears, flows under the rocks. And after reaching 8 to 16 km, Bhabar belt, after the end of the Bhabar belt, the water again, the streams emerge, come up. These streams emerge means come out. The Bhabar belt, wherever it finishes, ends, the water comes out. Beyond Bhabar, beyond means further. Once the Bhabar belt stops, finishes over here, the water comes out from there. Beyond Bhabar and create, they form a wet, swampy and marshy region. Swampy and marshy means in Hindi we call it dal. So swampy and marshy. Swampy means when the soil and the water is saturated. If you step on it, you sink. So that is called swamp and marshy land. This region where the water emerges out from the Bhabar, where the Bhabar belt ends, the water comes out, the streams. And here it is very, very swampy and wet, marshy land region. It is known as Terai. This region is called Terai region. Terai. This Terai region has thick forest with wildlife. This Terai region having lot of water. So the forest grows here, thick, densely covered with forest. So you will find dense forest with wildlife, many wildlife you can find there. So in this Terai region, it has got got a thick forest with many wildlife, many kinds of wild animals are found. The forest have been cleared. In some areas, in some regions, this Terai region, the forest have been cleared for agricultural purpose. So, for agriculture, for growing crops, for settlements, the forest have been cut. And not only that, to settle the migrants from Pakistan after partition. When India and Pakistan was partitioned, the migrants, people who came from Pakistan to India, they were settled by the government. This region was given to them to settle. So this Terai region, the forest have been cleared for agricultural purpose and as well as to settle the migrants from Pakistan after partition. These people were allowed to settle there in this Terai region after cutting down the forest. Now this is the Terai region. We have talked about Bhabar and we have talked about the Terai region. The older alluvium soil in this northern plain, we have talked about Bhabar and Khaddar also previously. Let's revise a little bit. The older alluvium soil which is above the flood plains, a little higher, is called Bhangar. We have studied about. It has sand and pebbles. This soil has got sand and pebbles content. Pebble and sand content is more in this. Known as Kankar. This type of Bhangar soil is called Kankar, having a lot of pebbles and sand and so on. The new soil on the flood plains where every year the flood comes, here in this new soil is deposited, the flood plains. The new flood plains lying low next to the river on the flood plain is called Khaddar. We have studied about Khaddar and is ideal for agriculture. It is very suitable. Ideal means very, very suitable for agriculture, for growing crops. That's why North India is thickly populated, densely populated, having big, big cities and good network of transports, railway lines, roads, connectivity is there. So, and it is most thickly populated as well as most fertile plains of northern India. So that's all we have finished about northern plains. Now in our next class we'll talk about the Peninsula Plateau region. So that's all for today. Stay safe at home and go through the online portal every day. Make a habit, be wise enough to do that and use your time at home. Stay safe. That's all for today. Thank you for watching the video.